Today I'm at Scone Palace, about 10 minutes from Perth by car, and I'm here to tell you about this stone, one of the most important pieces of rock in the country. This is just a replica, but if you've ever been to Edinburgh Castle, you'll recognise it as the Stone of Destiny, or if you're from England, the Coronation Stone. Now it's had a long and winding history over the last 700 years, but that is just the beginning. The story of the stone didn't start in 1296 when Edward I took it as the spoils of war. It's been in Scotland for a lot longer than that, and the story of the stone is inexorably linked to the story of Scotland and the people of Scotland itself. Now we've come inside Scone Palace and we're standing in the ambassador's suite, and this just makes wonderful surroundings to tell the story of the origins of the Stone of Destiny. Scone Palace is owned by the Murray family, but the Stone of Destiny has been connected with this location for centuries. There are several different versions of the story, depending on whether you look at Irish or Scottish sources. But three names tend to stay the same throughout each: Scotta, Goidel Glas and Fergus Mór. With these three names, we can trace the Stone of Destiny back to biblical origins, all the way back to a princess of Egypt called Scotta. Scotta was the daughter of an Egyptian pharaoh, a contemporary of Moses, who left Egypt at the time of the Great Exodus with her husband, carrying the stone with her. They first travelled to Spain and then on to Ireland. In the Scottish version, her husband is Goidel Glas, the man who, after the collapse of the Tower of Babel, picked the nicest parts of the 72 languages that emerged and created the Gaelic languages, what we would recognise now as modern Irish, Scottish Gaelic and Manx. But it wasn't Scotta who brought the stone to Scotland. Instead, it was Fergus Mór, who arrived in what would become the kingdom of Dalriata with his brothers, in around about the start of the 6th century. Early kings such as Alexander III used the story of Scotta and Fergus in order to prove their legitimacy and to defend their claim to the throne. Various historians and writers have tried to connect the figures in the stories to figures in the real world, but the historical data is disputable at best. Despite that, the story underpins the very core of the Scottish people, and the area in the story has been guarded by the Murray family for over 400 years.